Oh, new week, new record, 2724. Everything's more or less the same as it was last week, except we're up to now 2.31 million in 1195 days. 31k for the month itself, so we're well in good stead in the second full week completed. And 583,632, so this week will become the first ever 600,000, because we only need 17k. We're going to get at least 10 this week, so it will be the best of a year with a month to go. Well, it's a cold one, we're definitely close to winter. Just the one cardboard, the bottle, and we're all done. That's also raining. Well, it took until the 30th of November last year for us to get the first snow of the winter. We did it on the 18th of November this year. Looks really good. It does mean the pool just behind the hot tub room there is going to be iced tomorrow, so that should be a very fun pool. This is the front. Look at this, proper snow. This is brilliant. Cars all snowy and the garden's all snowy. They said it was raining and now what a go. This is a big surprise. There you go, yep. Snowy. Well, the gaming week begins with Hidden Cats' Spooky Time, because we do need to get a little closer to the finish. So we'll see if we can do it. Well, we are on 3 to play on the weekend. We couldn't finish it, so we've taken part in the sale to get Zero Cleaners to properly complete it in the future. But Zero Cleaners continues this week. This is the scene that's greeted us at the pool. There is snow on top. Strangely, it's only partly, but I think that's because of the way the cover doesn't take as much of the cold temperature as it used to when it was over there. There's a lot more snow everywhere about. So the next step is take this cover off and see if there's any ice under it. It snowed, but I don't know whether it's because the pool has now moved to a better place in the garden than it was, or that the snow protected it that much that the temperature couldn't get to it, but there's not a single bit of ice. It's just pure water. So it needs to be obviously a little more colder for it to ice up this year. No ice, so we'll just do a little bit of snowballing. We haven't sat down in the pool yet, so I don't know how cold it's going to be. So let's see, can we hit the shed? So, back on trying to do some completions. Cybertank on Windows 11 to try and get this ticked off. And there you go, that's Cybertank Windows done. 10 out of 10, 1000 out of 1000. Well, if all goes well this week, it could be a best ever week with 2 days in and 2 records, 2725. 2.31 million, 1196 days, 1200 will come next week. 182 has now completed 2 rows, so it'll be 183 starting halfway through next week. 34k for a month and 586,000 overall for the year, so we're just 4,400 off beating last year, and we're still only in November. Well, there we go, that's the Liverpool L4 street time done. A lot easier to do than the bus. There are a lot of spare pieces for it, but then there is with all the Liverpool models, but yeah, all good. We'll be shooting the genre bingo. We are on the journey down part 1, chapter 1, because it's a point and click and we do need that one. Well, still on journey to chapter part 1, but a double boost in that we've got both the point and click that we wanted and also the adventure one. Always nice when you get 2 things with one go. So we are approximately, well, third person shooter would complete that row, sport would complete a row, so we'll see. Not only is it 2 genre bingo slots, but also a nice work achievement on this game. It's a trilogy, but they all down on separate lists, so chapter 1 is done, 14 out of 14, 1000 out of 1000. So back in Golazo 2 to do the sports genre. This should do the first bingo and it might just qualify us for a community match. So there you go, Golazo becomes the sports one and does the first bingo where we've gone diagonally. It can also count as the football one, but we might have to get another unlock on it. As you can see that the journey down counted twice, but it was 2 separate unlocks. But yep, we started off with bingo. May or may not be coming out of Game Pass, but Cuddle Island, we haven't been on it for a long time, so we're back on it, see if we can pop something. There we go, it was worth a go. We've got the management tile now done, so that's another one done. We've got a fair amount to go if we want to complete the grid, but progress is better than that. Always said in the week it could be a record week, and it actually is. 13,448. So that improves on the, I think, 13,405 set a few weeks ago. 27 dominated the first 3 days, and then obviously the last 2 didn't have any records. 182 is nearly done, that'll finish next week. 1200th day of lifts will be on Monday the 25th. 2.32 million, 42k for the month itself, so 50k looks very good as a possibility. And 594k for the year itself, which means this week means it's the best ever year we've done of this, beating last year's total of 590,000. So it means 600k for the first ever time will come next week. So continuing on the genre bingo, we are on Forza Horizon 5. Something went wrong because we weren't logged in properly. Well, we sorted the login out, and this is a first on genre bingo. 3 different genres on the same game, and ironically enough, in a diagonal as well. So automobile, simulation racing, and open world are ticked off. So that means that we've now got more of the board ticked off than less of it. So in bingo games, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 left. So yep, all good. We should get this finished by the end of the month. So continuing on the genre bingo, we are looking at doing Wheel of Fortune, because like Forza and a couple of others, it has 2 genres that are on the board. So as you say, get 2 for the price of 1. There we go, educational, trivia and party. It does a bingo, so that's now 2 lines complete. Vehicular combat, we'll do the 3rd line. So yeah, Wheel of Fortune, nice to go back on. So genre bingo continues on World of Tanks, as we are looking to get the vehicular combat. And there you go, World of Tanks, vehicular combat. That's another bingo, that's 3 lines, 2 vertical and 1 diagonal. So we'll see what we can try next. And there you go, we did do Golazo for sports, but we had to get a second unlock on it for the football, so we have done. So that's another bingo done. Next is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more to go. Metroidvania might be a bit difficult. We're trying LEGO DC Supervillains to see if we can get the action and adventure one. So there we go, the LEGO Supervillains is done, action and adventure. It means we are now just 7 away from completing this grid. A couple may have to come on one game on the 360. So next up on the genre bingo is Astaroth to do the card and board. There you go, card and board is done, so that now means you need Metroidvania, action RPG, strategy, 3rd-person shooter, and I think the 2 left is, I think it's role-playing, turn-play. Well, there's a possible few genres available in Dust, Elysian Tale. We are back on the 360, I think for the first time in at least a few months anyway.